What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy, and I'm coming at you with a special video. I know you usually say my Doctor Who videos for like the noon, but for all I know, by noontime, this video will be outdated because the information will finally be out. But what am I talking about? Well, we're continuing to talk about Doctor Who, whose 60th special is still panned by audiences. As we move onwards, as we move onwards, you got The Church on Ruby Road, which is still being panned by audiences, only with a 35% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Usually I don't give credence to Rotten Tomatoes, but a series that at one point posted about 70% on Rotten Tomatoes across every season, just until Dr. Karen was established as being a thing. I still consider her fan fiction, but whatever. Until she came around, the show was stuck at 70% on audience views. Now it's at a 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is still a whole lot less than what the 60th anniversary special got all around. You take a look at these past numbers as well. When we scroll up here, Doctor Who's Shooty-Gatwa Christmas special ratings, lowest of the series. That's right, and these were all overnight views that we were talking about back then, boasting about a 4.73 million overnight viewers all together on his first Christmas outing, having viewership basically crater. And when you compare it to overnight viewership of past Doctor Who episodes, with Christmas Invasion being the best one to actually compare it to, it is night and day, with Christmas Invasion basically having about a 10 million, basically 10 million if you round up, 10 million overnight viewers compared to Shooty-Gatwa's 4.7 if we round up 5 million. Half the amount of viewership. It is abysmal. It is just outright a joke of monumental proportion to think that Doctor Who is in a actual healthy place. Well, I wanted to do this video on a special situation because, well, it's been over a week now, and you come over here to the Doctor Who ratings. Oh my gosh, we still don't have any consolidated viewership. It has been over 1 week since the Xmas special dropped. We still do not have consolidated viewership for the Christmas special. That tells you they're pumping the numbers. They're trying to milk out more numbers. Now, by the time I post this video, more than likely, numbers still won't drop. Usually drop around noontime or sometime like that. US Central Time, sometimes even around 2 p.m. Central Time. It's just a matter of wait and see. But the fact is that it's been over 1 week since the specials come out. That means they are adding numbers to it. So already these numbers can't be trusted. They can't. It's the same situation that happened when it came to the Wild Blue Yonder. Wild Blue Yonder came out. They waited till the Wednesday afterwards, giving an additional 2 days viewership to pump up those consolidated views. So, okay, great. You're pumping the numbers. You're not going to let us see the actual numbers. You're not even going to let us trust the actual numbers. But for those of you who in the audience, I want you to realize what numbers you are actually going up against in basically the consolidated views. We come over here to the Doctor Who company, who actually has all the consolidated views for every single Christmas special ever. That's right, ranking them by which was the most viewed to which was the least viewed by consolidated viewership. The best chance you have is to beat out the very first Christmas special all the way back. And I want to say 1960s, 1970s programming, 7.9 million. So back when the country had less people around to view it, that is the best chance you have to possibly beat a Christmas special, is back in the 60s and 70s. And a country of 70 million people as of right now. They had less people then, you have more people now, and this is the best one you can probably beat. That's an achievement. It's like being the fastest. I'm going to stop there before I get canceled, but we move on. You have 13, The Return of Dr. Mysterio. This is your second worst with an 8.21 million. You think in a series that has been boasting about 7.6, 7.14, 6.85. Actually, no, these are additional screens, so you can only use these. Okay, so 7.34, 6.86, and 6.58. These are your actual overnight viewership because this one only adds additional screens. Okay, well then. Yeah, not gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to beat an 8.21, but let's continue on. 8.27 million? Probably not. 8.28 million? Doubtful. 9.35 million. Now we're getting to laughable territories. 9.62 million. Over consolidated viewership, mind you, with the last Christmas. Oh, what a wonderful episode with Peter Capaldi and all that. Oh, let's continue on. Christmas Invasion with a 9.84 consolidated viewership. The best example to an apples and apples comparison of a Doctor Who episode. First outing of David Tennant and a Christmas special. First outing of Ncuti Gatwa and a Christmas special. Night and frickin' day. Not gonna beat these numbers. Oh, let's continue on. 9.87 million. Oh God, you gotta love those Matt Smith era. Oh, fantastic. And also his last Christmas special being The Snowman. Ooh. Oh, let's continue on. The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe, 10.77 million consolidated. The Time of the Doctor, 11.14 million consolidated. Oh, End of Time Part 1, 12.04 million consolidated viewership. A Christmas Carol, my personal favorite, at a 12.11 million consolidated viewership. The Next Doctor at a 13.1 million consolidated viewership. And finally, The Voyage of the Dam with a 13.31 million consolidated viewership. So out of all these past Christmas specials, again, the only one it actually has a chance, a slim chance, but still a chance to possibly do better than, is the very first one from the 60s and 70s when the country had less people. Now, you might be sitting there going like, oh, you might be one of the commenters going like, well, viewership is different nowadays, okay? More people are watching these via streaming. Oh, okay. Okay, well, in order to get those streaming data, you need it on Disney Plus. Well, over the past couple of weeks, Doctor Who hasn't once crossed the Disney top 20 in Disney Plus's actual streaming records, but I'll do you one better. I will do you guys one better. All of Samba TV streaming data from those past couple of weeks. Now, Samba TV data can only be compared to Samba TV data, but they are showing the top 10 streaming ever since the Doctor Who began to come out. That's right. Ever since the 60th special began to come out, I have all of those wonderful little things. But this is the most recent one. Okay, we still don't. It doesn't have the the Christmas on there. But let's take a look. Reacher season 2 was at the top. Leave the World Behind was second. Rebel Moon was third. The Crown season 6 was 4. Gran Turismo was 5. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Hey, there's a Disney Plus thing that's actually streaming. Oh man, that was number 6. 7, Super Mario Bros. My Life as the Walter Boys season 1. Mastero season or whatever is on 9, and the Family Plan 10. Now I get it. You're gonna be saying, well, this is only the data for Christmas Eve. It doesn't have the actual the Christmas Day data. You're right. So let's continue on, shall we? Well, here was the week after. Prior to that, no Doctor Who on here. Well, let's continue on again. Here's the week before that, December 14th. No Doctor Who. Continuing forward, more. No Doctor Who. Oh, well, maybe the very first one, 0 Doctor Who. Doctor Who hasn't streamed. None. Only 1 week of these had anything from Disney Plus actually break onto the Samba TV streaming charts, and that was frickin' Percy Jackson. Okay? Nothing is there. You're not going to see it up there. So that means the Disney Plus data is even worse. The Disney Plus data is disastrous, and they're not going to release it. They're not going to tell you what it is, and they're not going to go forward with it. I've already given examples in past videos in which they have given it, the Disney Plus data, in regards to like Mandalorian season 1 when it was doing well, Mandalorian season 2 when it was doing well, some of the Marvel stuff when it was doing well. Yeah, they would always come out with that data. They're not going to come out with this data. They're not going to want to come out with this data because if they come out with this data, they'll show you Doctor Who failed. But then, okay, well, let's move forward. What about the iPlayer data? everybody's watching on the iPlayer. The iPlayer is something wonderful to boast about. No, actually, it's not. It's not, because the reality of the iPlayer data is more than likely on this one as well. But even then, iPlayer data isn't trustworthy, because simple enough is 1 minute equals 1 view. Now, you might be sitting yourself saying, well, everybody's watching in one consolidated viewership, right? Wrong. There are people that stop it, have to go away, have to go do something. So they leave maybe halfway through. Okay, let's be fair. Maybe they leave halfway through, go off, do something, come back after they've turned it off, turn it all back on, start watching from where they picked off. That's 2 views. Okay, so the Christmas special can get basically 40 extra views if somebody watches for a minute, walks away, comes back for a minute, walks away, over and over and over again. So you can't even trust your iPlayer data. So this is the most trustworthy data we have. It's still not out. That leads to telling me they're pumping them numbers. They're trying to at least get a decent reception. And the best thing you can probably do is beat an episode from the 60s and 70s. That's laughable. Outright laughable. The best thing you can do in a country of 70 million people is beat an episode from the 60s and 70s when you had less people in your country. The show failed. Get it through your head. And as of right now, they're still trying to pump up them numbers. I'll do another video, basically the exact same thing again, the moment those numbers drop, and I'll laugh at them like I am right now, because it's hilarious to see this fail so epically. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.